Tuesday, like any other day, people were busy with their thoughts and course. Life was exactly how it should have been. But there remained something which escaped everyone's eyes. The extremity of it was about to push the world into a new phase. America was not the only country shaken from its very root, rather, the entire world went through it. A tragedy that redefined the future course of history. I am Muawin Abid, and in Disaster of Past, we will discuss the tragic event of 9/11 and how it redefined the history for the entire world. American Airlines Flight 11 take off from Boston to Los Angeles with 92 people on board, 81 passengers, 11 crew members. Air traffic control exercises its routine to connect to the flight, but to no avail. Morning 8:19. A striking news is received.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody's stabbed in business class, and I think there's mace that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
5 minutes later, Boston Air Control is told.
30 minutes, 67.0.
Is that American 11 trying to call?
Buddy, we have some planes. Just stay quiet and you'll be okay. We're turning to the airport.
15 Southwest of Bono going to Hampton, climbing high.
And who's trying to call me here? American 11, are you trying to call?
Nobody move. Everything will be okay. If you try to make any move, you'll injure yourself and the airplane. Just stay quiet.
8:14. United Airlines Flight 175 takes off from Logan International Airport to Los Angeles, carrying 56 passengers, 9 crew members, and 5 hijackers. 9:01. The confirmation of airplane being hijacked is received. Federal Aviation Administration instruct Command Center to alert the military immediately.
Check with your noms. Do you know if anyone down there has done any coordination to scramble fighter type airplanes?
You still think the airplane's in the area?
No, we have several situations going on here. It's escalating big time. And we need to get the military involved with this.
Wow, what's going on?
Just get me somebody who has the authority to get military in the air now.
All right, I'll go tell them.
9:02. Air traffic control spot flight 175.
Hey, can you look out your window right now? Yeah. Can you see a guy at about 4,000 feet, about 5 east of the airport right now? Looks like he's...
Yeah, I see him.
You see a guy, look, is he descending for the building also?
He's descending really quick too, yeah.
Well, that's
2,500 feet now. He just dropped 800 feet in like one sweep.
that's another situation. What kind of airplane is that? Can you guys tell?
I don't know. I'll read it out in a minute. Another one just hit the building.
Wow. Wow,
Another one just hit it hard.
United Airlines Flight 175 crashed into World Trade Center, South Tower. Federal Aviation Administration notified about third hijacking, American Airlines Flight 77. It took off from Washington Dulles International Airport bound for Los Angeles International Airport. On board 58 passengers, 6 crew members, and 5 hijackers.
American Dispatch, Jim McDonald.
Indianapolis Center, did you get a hold of American 77 by chance?
No, sir, but we have an unconfirmed report that the second airplane hit the World Trade Center.
Say again?
You know, we lost American 11 through hijacking. You know, American was a Boston-Los Angeles flight.
It was, all right. I can't hear what you're saying there. You said American 11?
Yes, we were hijacked, which is a Boston-LA flight, and 77 is a Dulles-LA flight, and we have an unconfirmed report a second airplane just flew into the World Trade Center.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
9:28. United 93 on board, 37 passengers, 7 crew members, and 4 hijackers. Flight 93 was hijacked above northern Ohio. It is seen tending towards southeast sound of struggle are heard in transition from United 93.
United 93, that traffic for you is 1 o'clock, 12 miles eastbound 370.
Negative contact. We're looking United 93.
Somebody call Cleveland?
Roger, American 1060 with you. We're 370. We're slowing due to the delays possible going eastbound.
That's American 1060.
You got United 93?
United 93.
South of Chardonnay has descended.
Identification technician at Northern Air Defense Sector raised concern that Washington is unaware of the situation.
American 11 is not the aircraft that crashed. It is still airborne. Did you get that information? That's what we just found out. We don't know where it is, though. It's headed towards Washington was the last known information.
Washington better get on the move.
Right. And I don't know, but somebody's got to get the president going. This is not good.
You better start looking for this guy.
932. A hijacker on United 93 is heard saying, "We have a bomb on board."
They got them please sit down. Keep remaining sitting. We have a bomb aboard. So it's calling Cleveland Center, you're unreadable. Say again slowly.
932. Federal Aviation Administration informed military about a missing American 77. 959. 56 minutes after crash, World Trade Center South Tower collapses. 10:03. United 93 crashes at Pennsylvania after passenger took over hijackers. 10:28. 1 hour 42 minutes after crash, World Trade Center North Tower collapses. 2,996 were killed, 19 hijackers committed murder-suicide, more than 6,000 were injured, 2,763 were in World Trade Center and surrounding area, 189 were at Pentagon and 43 were in Pennsylvania. Shortly after attack, FBI made the list of hijackers public. But there is another side to this incident. The name of alleged hijackers which were added to the list, shocking evidence proved them to be alive. World Trade Center was built keeping in mind that even in the toughest of all situations, nothing happens to it. For instance, extreme weather, fire, even the crashing of a plane into it as a result of bad weather or what also, taken into consideration, the material used were of immense quality. We live narrative of an alternative reality hidden behind it or not for now. Several bills were passed after 9/11. War against terrorism began, but hold on, for their incident of great shame for humanity too took place. The failure of America's backup plan after the invasion of Afghanistan led the terrorism into Pakistan. Innocents lost their lives. The deadliest leadership settled into Pakistan. Drone attacks and once again the ordinary civilian blood. Who will go on to accept the responsibility for all of this? These were the Taliban which America had trained against Russia, the same Al-Qaeda which were once had its headquarters in America. The operation launched aimed to save Iraq backfired brutally. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi himself lived in American imprisonment and indoctrinated more like-minded people with his views in there. No count of how many innocents were kept in prison, abducted, and are even yet to be found. We will definitely declare illicit as illicit. However, reality cannot be forsaken, but there are many unheard stories of prisoner number 720. At least 929,000 people have been killed by direct war violence in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Yemen and Pakistan. The number of wounded or fallen ill as a result of conflict is far higher. Millions of people living in war zone have been displaced by war. The US post 9/11 war have forcefully displaced at least 38 million people in and from Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, Philippines, Libya and Syria. This number exceeds the total displaced by every war since 1900 except World War II. The US could have pursued several non-military alternatives to holding accountable those responsible for preparing the 9/11 attacks. These alternatives would have been far less costly in human lives. For example, the US invasion of Iraq turned the country into a laboratory. Militant groups such as Islamic State have been able to hone their technique of recruitment and violence. The formation of Islamist militant groups spreading throughout the region count among the many human cost of that war. All of planning that followed America's invasion in Afghanistan failed. One may wonder how. America's aim was to protect civilians, bring back democracy, and to get rid of terrorism. But ones with whom they fought were the ones with whom the Americans sat on table to negotiate. The democracy that Americans stalled, they themselves stepped into its path. Funds were given to such groups who made Afghan people's life a living hell with many casualties. Goal was to weaken the Taliban and eventually dismantle Al-Qaeda. However, it all got reversed. Knowingly or unknowingly, America itself strengthened the Taliban more than they were ever before and left Afghanistan. The spoil of the war and the sophisticated weapon all are in the hands of Taliban. What did all of this change? Only that the Taliban got this achievement by their name, that they are unbeatable. No alliance of the world can erase them. Afghanistan have still hunger, still their problems, but perhaps even worse. Has anyone ever thought that it too could happen? In the end, what remained is blood, and only blood. Blood of innocents, be it of the victim of 9/11 or of the Iraqi people, be it of the Afghan or Pakistanis. Despite trillions of dollars spent on this war, the world stands from where it began. However, a bit has changed before it. There was 9/11, Vietnam War, Russian and American Cold War, Saddam Hussein's so-called weapon of mass destruction, and in this world, the tragedy of APS, American and Taliban standoff, Al-Qaeda and ISIS spread destruction, with Kashmir and Palestine situation only worsening. In the power corridor, only decisions are made. Be it correct or wrong, only decisions are made. In the war of interest, nothing is seen, only might is right.